I just recorded it, still downloading, and then I was thinking of, I don't know, a few more things came to me, so this is kind of just like a little buffer up to the other one. But one of the things when I was talking about this past life, the gypsy user, and then, to have to turn around and see what it's like to be the one who's being used. One thing about that too is when you play those out, a lot of the people who are doing the return of the energy back on you are ones that you screwed over. So say people objectifying me in this life could have very well been the people I objectified in the past life. So that's why I said, like, everything, you're playing good guys and bad guys for everybody's playing all different roles for everybody. That's why you can't pinpoint yourself down to, I'm just a good guy and I'm just a bad guy. We play all parts. And we're the ones who come up with these labels and stuff like that. And that's why we need to let go of those labels and understand them as experiences rather than to have to have it labeled as good or bad, or, like that's making somebody have less value or more value. So another thing that when I was thinking about that, it was funny because Stella moved and she made this loud crackle noise, like, like we do when your joints are crackly. And she kind of turned and looked like, what the hell was that? And it hit me is that, just the same thing as I was talking about, this going full circle on there. I'm sure there's several experiences on going full circle on. That's just one that I've been able to see clearly through these experiences. But with hers, she was a predatory animal. I feel so sure about this. The way that they brought this information to me and stuff, it was just, no way. Yeah, but I think crazy stuff is real and people think I'm crazy. So, but anyways, that she was a predatory animal. She was the one who killed me in this life that I kept, dreaming about when I was a little kid, that terrorized me, that I couldn't sleep and stuff. It was horrible. It was so scary. Every freaky night, I dreaded going to bed. And anyways, probably because she was going to revisit me in this life. And it was going to go full circle. And I had to know, just like that old psychic lady telling me, this other gypsy experience. So I could see and go full circle. So with Stella, she's coming to protect me. Because I, believe she killed me and, and possibly my family. Because so many nights the dream would go and it would kill my whole family. And there was nobody who could get away from it. It was probably one of those situations where a really large cat was terrorizing a village and killing everybody. But anyways, I mean, that's just, part of nature and life and stuff. We take it way too serious when we think it's more. And so that she was that cat. And then she came into this certain time of my life to protect me and to be there for me. Because this period of time in my life through, after my dark night, my healing and all of this, all of these insights and so much stuff that it has been transformative in my life. And she's been a part of it this whole time. And she's been the only consistent thing in my life. And so, she's playing a different role. She took that life away from me, but she's giving so much substance to this life. But with the pain, so I was like, oh, she was a predatory animal. Now she's coming in a different role. She is, more of a protector, a watcher, and a guardian. And they had told me that. Remember, I mean, if you listen to me very much, back in the summer when I was talking about, when they told me that so loud, when I was watching the difference between Trixie and Stella, and they told me it really loud. And so, but all of these pains and stuff is so that she can get in touch with her body, so she can understand more about pain and suffering in that kind of aspect because she caused pain and suffering. So she learns what that is like in her own body, you know? And I was like, oh, that just makes so much sense. Oh my God, that is so interesting. And see, that's the kind of stuff that they will show you so you can understand stuff about why certain things are the way they are and how are things happening and how do these life events link to who I am in past lives and stuff, because it's all linked together. You know, that's kind of the missing piece for so many people in trying to understand what their life's all about. So, anyways, when they come to you, it's just like these epiphanies are really, really cool. And stuff just starts to make sense. So yeah, it's making her a more adept soul. Like she's a deeper soul. She's learning in this ascension, you know. And I think a lot of animals, you know, like how they call them spirit animals. I think a lot of consciousness or spirit or whatever, they favor those experiences for learning. You know, it's not like they're less than us. I mean, a damn ant isn't less than us. Every bit of consciousness that exists is all equal. It depends on how they want to experience. So, yeah, that is super interesting, though, to see how how a being would learn from, you know, causing pain and taking life away, and then to feel in your body what it felt like for others to, you know, I mean, predatory animal causes a lot of damage and stuff to a lot of animals. They don't even, you know, basically kill everyone. I mean, I'm sure that they wound a lot too and hurt a lot. So, you know, it's a pretty vicious lifestyle. So, but there's, you know, there's learning in everything. So, I thought that was just interesting little stuff I'd share, because I didn't finish. I don't think I could have said it. You know, I don't know if I did or not. But yeah, that I think that probably the people who, you know, impacted me in those ways were probably people I impacted in those ways. And it's kind of like a little switch around. Well, you know, I'll fuck you over in this life, but you come back and fuck me over in that life, because I want to know what, you know, I want to see how's this feel like. If you don't feel what the other side feels, then you are so limited. You're so, you know, one-dimensional. If you don't understand how you affect others, if you don't see yourself in a broader aspect. So, oh, and the other thing I'll just say real quick is, so my mom just texted me, and she said there's a lot going on in the news, a lot. And the stock market is crashing, so I swear, now I wish I had, you know, that bottle of champagne just to cork that, or, you know, pop that cork when stuff starts going on. Hopefully the EBS. I had told my mom, oh my God, freaking early last year, I swear to God, it was probably March, I got champagne, and I was like, oh my God, when the EBS goes off, I'm popping that champagne. And here we are. That's almost the next March. So anyways, it's super exciting because there really does seem to be significant movement. And from what I understand about that 120 thing, which is a very strange situation, because so our military allows any government to come in and do a takeover. If you can take them over in a year, you got them. But if you don't, then we're stepping in. And I was like, I don't know who made that rule. Sounds like one that these people would make, though. They're all strung out on monkey blood. I don't know what the hell's going on with these people. They are just so vicious, and so, like, it makes no sense, their rules and their retarded stuff. So apparently, you know, 120 thing was a big, it was a marker on a date where the hostile takeover was abandoned, or, you know, had to be. You had to do something. You couldn't just sit back and pretend like nothing was going on. So something is going on. A lot of stuff, I think, is going on. A lot of stuff. So like I've been saying, I mean, they're coming at me so strong with this messaging about how we really need to be ready. You know, be ready to be accepting and not keep this friction going. You know, and it's going to be us, the people who think that we are more evolved. We believe we're the more evolved. I mean, people sit there thinking that they are the purebloods and all this stuff, the patriots, the freedom fighters. Well, this is our opportunity to show what really we're made of. And when the people really are coming, and we got to be accepting. We got to have open arms, not sitting there with our arms crossed, shaking our fingers. That's not going to get anything productive. We're going to be stuck here just fucking, dog paddling for however long it takes us to start being able to be flexible and accepting and forgiving. That's on us. So, and, it all starts with just one of us. And, so it's however long it takes to get through us all, we'll get there. And the more of us that can see it, and the more of us can understand it and see the value of unity and forgiveness, then, the further we'll move faster, I think. So there's a whole bunch of stuff, though, she said. I mean, the fraudsters being exposed. There's just a lot of stuff. So I think that, we're going to see things start picking up speed. And so many of us are just going to be like, oh, God, it's going to be such a relief. It's going to be so exciting. So I'm excited. It's nice, to know that there's some sort of shift happening, no matter how slow. I just really thought that was significant when Juan had said that about a ship trying to turn directions in the water. It doesn't turn that fast, and it is so true. And I hear so many people use the water as a reference. And I had just heard this morning this Hopi Indian, like the elders, there's so many of those kinds of things right now where the elders said, or the ancient ones said this, and it is happening now, this is the time, and they'll go through and say what is going on. And he was using the water as a reference too for, the same thing as what I was saying, is that this is this part where, you just got to keep afloat and not to hold on to the sides of the river. He said if you are holding on too tight, it's going to hurt you. It's going to break your arms off. And you need to be in the floating mode. You got to just float through this. You can't hold on to stuff. You can't fight this current. You just got to float through it and survive and get to the other side, get downriver where it's safe. And we're going to all get through this if we, are mindful of our actions and mindful of our spirit and how we're doing, stay connected to how you're doing. You start finding yourself getting, triggered and, you're holding on too tight. We're letting go. We're literally letting go of this old life, this old paradigm. And we're moving downriver to where we're going to set up a new camp, and it's going to be, built on freedom. Everybody get to build their own kind of house and live their own kind of way. And, that's what we need to do. But we have to, we got to do this little travel. So I liked how he was saying it, because it was the same thing. And I keep hearing, when I hear people say stuff, it is like everybody just keeps saying the same thing. They just say it in different ways, and they say it in different ways because there's so many different understandings, there's so many different perspectives. And so I think, that they're just kind of like the beings that are out there trying to help us. They're just bombarding us with tons of information because everybody wants this, because it affects the whole entire universe. So everything going on is just so huge right now and so exciting. This is just so super duper exciting. So anyways, I'm excited. And, start noticing these different things in your past lives, because in markers where a certain situation started happening consistently, what you were playing out in that, and I don't know what each person has a connection to, understanding about their own past lives. A lot of things, you are drawn to certain places, certain things, certain eras, those are, your personal connections to those realities, to those experiences. And a lot of them, they have lingering things, because not everything is solved when you die. Typically, you go back and you try and fix it, go back and you try and fix it. So anyways, I'm gonna finish downloading, and I will get back to doing a lot of nothing. I went back. I just keep switching and switching and switching, and I forgot what that one show you said. I gotta go back and look at the email that you sent me to watch. But so I'm on the mystery teachings. But I had, with my leftover yarn, I started this. I think it's like the leftovers blanket of all these different yarns I used to make hats. So you know, I just can't let go of the crocheting right now. I just got to keep doing it. It really is really super relaxing. You know, I don't have the same pressure now though. Like, oh, I gotta hurry. So I can just relax. But it really is a really meditative kind of and productive way of coping. So anyways, I'm going to get back to it, and I will talk to you later. Bye.